Slow processing. It's used. No, I'm joking. I know that was cringy, alright? Don't hate me. What is slow processing? Well, it's in the name, slow processing. You process stuff at a slower rate to most people would process it. And it's usually found in people on the autistic spectrum. And I definitely have slow processing. Like, oh my gosh, there are some times where you're just like, Thea, respond. I'm like, have what for lunch? And we're talking about planes. You know what? Is it dangerous? No, if you prepare for it and you let other people know and you just make the smart choices that, okay, I'm gonna be slow on this bit, so don't give me, because I know like even crossing the road to some people can be like dangerous because of it, because you can see a car come in and the car's gone and there's a gap where you would be able to walk across, but your brain's too slow to figure out why you should walk across and how you should walk across at what speed, that by the time you think and maybe step forward, the car's coming, oh god, gotta step back on. So yeah, I feel like if you just prepare for it, it can't be dangerous, but it could be dangerous. I was driving the other day and there was a few times where the instructor was telling me to turn here, turn there, and how to turn, because you know you gotta turn a car steering wheel a certain way, and I couldn't figure out the rhythm of that. And she had to put the brakes on, and obviously we're in a car park, it's not like we're going to die and we weren't going very fast. She was talking and I was like, what the I turn? Do I turn? What do I turn? You're turning the wrong way? I'm so confused. So it could be dangerous, but not if you prepare for it. So how does it occur? It occurs from like, so there's a part in your brain, I don't know the name of it because I'll put it here because then you know what it's called, but that's the part of your brain that's responsible for sorting out information, and it sorts it out and does it unconsciously. Now with someone on the autistic spectrum, it doesn't quite work the same way. Yes, we have that part of the brain, but it relies more of you consciously sorting it through, which can then result in you slow processing to the outside world because you're trying to sort through all of this information on your own with the rest of your brain rather than this little part of your brain that should be doing it automatically. So it's a bit like, it can be really high for some people, it can be really little. A lot of people anyway, just, you know, sometimes you take a few seconds to do something. For me, it's like in the middle, because I can be really quick, and then for some things I'm like, oh god. So we can struggle with normal interaction and stuff like that. If we're having a conversation, it may be a bit more awkward for you because we're trying to think of what the right thing to say is, which sounds easy to people, which it is. But to us, we're having to process what you just said, and rather than just automatically, you know, returning, we have to think properly about what to say. So a lot of people are like, this guy's not saying anything. Weird. But then when it comes to stuff we like, oh boy, are we quick. Sonic over here. If you asked me about lighting and tried to have a conversation with me about lighting, I think you'll find that you'll be the one being too slow for my conversation because I'll be going way too quick for you. And you're gonna be, I guess you could be a bit freaked out by that. But yeah, it can occur in different ways. If we're prepped, then we're good. If we're not prepped, we're not good, which is why I prep a lot of stuff I do or try to. Even just making these videos, I have notes because I need to keep myself going. Otherwise I slow down to a point where it's just like, Theo, what are you doing? And you can see that at the start. My first video that I put out about autism, I struggled in that one a lot. And I'm slowly getting better, but I still struggle to speak sometimes. What a simple question can do to me. Oh wow. Right. You're in a store, we're picturing, you're in a store, you're checking out. Would you like a bag with that, sir? Would I like a bag? Do I be polite? I don't need a bag. Yes, I do need a bag. Oh, there's too much stuff to carry. Do I need a bag? Saying nothing on the outside. You need to say something. Say something. Do I need to... bag, no. It usually comes out something like that. And then you're like, oh, I messed that up. But that's what a simple question can do. If we're not prepared for it, it can take days, hours to process one thing. I remember, I think I had to I don't know what it was, but I was processing for like a year. Probably still processing it today. I'm just a really slow computer. I'm your Windows 1. I'm like that first bit of coding that figured out how to turn on the computer, and that's about all it could do. But yeah, no, it can take days to process some information. And during that time, it can either be meltdowns that are going on, to go out to the world at the same time, when really you're also trying to focus on that, and you just kind of want the world to stop a second. Or it can be shutdowns and you just don't interact. It usually, for me anyway, it happens during shutdowns. I usually shut down because I'm processing, like after a long day. Driving home, I'll sleep and process, and then when I get back, I'll continue to go to sleep and process. So there you have it. I hope you learned a little something about slow processing for me anyway, and I try to dabble into I have no idea what other people experience, but that's how I experience it. So if you ever meet me in the street and try and have a conversation, firstly, social distance and wear a mask. But if you do and I'm really slow, I just need a little bit of time to compute what you've just said to me about my dog. So thank you guys for watching. I would be so grateful if you left a little subscribe, you know, the little button down there. And also like the video, because then I know that you actually like the videos I make. And also see the notification bell. We all know what that is by now. I don't need to explain it. My Instagram doesn't work, so you don't know when I'm gonna upload. So you need to press that so you get a notification when I upload a video. Okay? Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Yeah, okay, bye guys. Bye. 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 Bye.